Howdy y'all, it's Kate from The Lifestyle Lady. How are you today? How's your week going? Today I wanted to do a video about empties. These are all beauty empties, but they're empties none the same. What I love about empties videos is it is not just hype over a product you've just received and you've tried and you think it's the holy grail. These are things that I have used and I have used up and I've loved, and I will let you know whether I'm repurchasing, but the idea that I've used them to the end suggests I've liked them. So let's crack on. The first thing I'm going to talk about actually is the one product Mr. L had in the empties pile, which was this. And if you've been following the blog a long time, you'll know that I'm also a fan of L'Occitane, the brand, the French brand. And this is the product. It's the L'Occitane Bavox Stick Deodorant. Alcohol and alcohol free for men. It's great. He's asked me to repurchase. I bought this for Christmas for him because I was looking for some new deodorants for him that didn't contain some of the nasty things that some of them do contain, and I knew that L'Occitane produced some lovely ones for men, so I bought this, put it in his Santa stocking, and he fell in love, and I think he's on his third one. It's a lovely, lovely fragrance. Very manly. I mean, it's difficult to say, to describe a fragrance, but it's really nice. And it's free from alcohol and aluminium. And that's what's really important for me, that doesn't contain aluminium. But if you're looking for something nice for a man, it's a little treat, I'd recommend these. He loves them, I've repurchased. That's him covered. Other empties that I have loved, let's go for it. I only have one makeup empty, and that is this, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light Stay in Place Makeup. I have loved this. Now, if you've known me for a while, you'll know that I don't like heavy foundations, particularly unless I'm really going out on the town, which I'm more like Cinderella. I don't really go many places like that. But I'm a young mum and I need something that's functional, that's going to last all day, that's going to stay in place, that's just going to sort my skin. Now, I'm very fortunate generally with my skin. I don't really suffer with breakouts much unless it's the wrong time of the month. But my issues with my skin are dehydration and pigmentation. I have some problems with I get very high colour, being English. And so I need my makeup just to sort the tone out. And I'm a big fan, and always have been, of Laura Mercier's tinted moisturiser, but I have found, living in the heat in Texas, that sometimes can make me a little more oily and a little more shiny than I want to look. This was recommended, I think, by Viviana Does Makeup, and I thought I'm going to give this a try, and I have absolutely loved it. I have purchased another one. This is an Intensity 2.0. I've just been reassessed. I'm still a 2.0. It's light, it's great. Let me see if it has a fragrance. Not really, no odour. It's really good. So I recommend, if you're looking for a good sort of slightly thicker than like a BB or a tinted moisturiser, but nowhere near as heavy as a foundation, give this a try. Estee Lauder are really a great brand, and I think they've really had a resurgence in the last year, and I'm very impressed. There's a few things coming up in the blog in the next few months with Estee Lauder as part of it, and I've been impressed. So next on my empties list is skincare. Now, you all know I love skincare. I'm imperative about looking after my skin. It's just the thing I've been doing more and more since I hit my 30s, is focusing on my skin. Now, if you've been reading the blog for a while, you'll know I did a blog post about cleansers, and I'm doing a wee bit of a U-turn on this one because I talked about this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser, which I got as part of a Birchbox. And in there I said, ooh, I'm not so keen, it's a gel, it's thick, it's horrible. Now, when I say I'm doing a U-turn, I'm not necessarily saying, oh my God, I'm now in love with gel cleansers, they're the best thing ever. But in the summer, when it's hot and you've got sunscreen on your face, makeup on your face, grime on your face, because you've been sweating, that happens, we glow, we aspire, we sweat. I have found this quite useful because the thicker tendencies help. I just have liked that. And so I'm not one for liking to sort of just chuck stuff away, especially when it's from a good brand like Kiehl's. And so I've persevered. I'll be honest, I wouldn't repurchase it, not because it's not a great product and doesn't do what it says. It's just, as I said, I'm not mad on gel cleansers, but it was a great size. I took it away with me. I persevered, and I certainly liked it more. I've used it all up. It has very light fragrance. It's for all skin types. It was good. So if you're a fan of Kiehl's and you're a fan of gel cleansers, give this a go. The next thing on skincare is I picked these up because again, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know I am a sucker in Sephora for the area near the tills where you're standing in a queue, and I swear that they never put enough cash out girls on purpose, so you're sort of drawn to those little bins where everything's like $10. Yes, try. And I'm bad. That's why I don't go to Sephora as much as I thank God, save my bank balance. So I picked up these Boscia. Now Boscia is a great brand. They do a great cleanser and their masks have had great reviews. And in this little box was one of the green tree oil control masks, 2 of the luminizing black masks, and 1 of the bright white mask. What's ultra interesting about these ones are you apply them like a cream, like you would like out of a pot, and then they dry and you peel them off. Now, I have found them very, very good. The one thing I would say is that I have not been able to peel them off in like 1 or 2 bits. They become very bitty. Now that might be because I'm not good at applying them. I do apply my masks with a brush to get the evenness around the face, but I still cannot get the sort of the fantasy where you just pull it off. Yeah, and you basically the fantasy where you pull it off and suddenly you're somebody else. Yeah, but they're really good. I do wonder if you actually bought the individual bottles, you know, of the individual masks, whether that would be better. The texture might be slightly better than the small sachets, but they're generous with the small sachets. There's certainly more than enough to do your face and neck, and I'm not a small person, so they do a great thing. The brightening mask certainly makes your face brighter. The luminizing black mask certainly sucks out what it needs to, and the green tree oil, if you're feeling greasy or you feel like you've got some little beauties popping out on your face, this certainly helps. I mean, I love tea tree oil. I think it's fantastic when you're talking about having blemishes. So if you've been interested in Boscia and you want to give their masks a try, but you don't want to fork out for the individual mask pots because they are pretty pricey, this is great. This is at Sephora. I'm sure you can pick them up online. Give them a go. Carrying on with the kind of mask theme, the next thing I have that's empty is Origins. This Origins, it's the Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. Now, I love Origins. I love their brand. I need to pick up, they have like an orange ginseng kind of wash that you can use on your face in the mornings that has a slight exfoliator to it, which I find great in the summer to make sure that I'm keeping my pores clean. But I have used this and I've really liked it. It has the most gorgeous apricot smell. It's great for sensitive skin, Origins, and basically you apply it, it's a thicker consistency, you apply it all over your face and you go to bed and you wake up again looking like new. I've used this, I certainly will be repurchasing. Yeah, I've loved this. I love this, particularly like if I use it generally when my skin's feeling a little bit tight. I will put on my serum on this on top and I know that my skin's getting the hydration it needs. So I recommend Origins. Another thing to talk about, and I think I've mentioned this on the blog, particularly around Christmas time, they do like a pack of small versions of Origins products, and this is one of them. They do this, they do a 10-minute mask type hydration thing, they do their ginseng clean cleanser, they do some other stuff, and if you're new to Origins and you want to try them, I recommend picking that up. It's a great gift for a stocking or for a friend, or it's always good. I will be repurchasing that. Now, one of the last skincare items for my face I'm going to talk about, which I don't want to go into too much depth now because I want to do a more in-depth video about my skincare routine. One of the things that's one of the more pricier items in my skincare collection, which has transformed my skin and is for me one of the things I've ever bought that is really worth the investment, is this. This is the Luna Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Night Oil. Now, this has been talked about a lot by a lot of people, but I have really loved it. And the reason why, because I mentioned earlier in the video about having quite a lot of red in my cheek area here, under my chin, and a little bit just by my eyebrows. I believe that this is the one item that I've added to my skincare routine that has helped that immensely. Has calmed down some of my skin and evened out the skin tone. And for that alone, for me, it's worth the investment. And It deserves its place as a holy grail. I'll talk more about it another time. It is on the pricier side. You don't have to use it every night. I found when I have high color, I would use it every night, and then when I've got my skin slightly more under control, I use it every night, every other night, or several times a week, and I have loved it. It's called, I don't know if you don't know much about it, and literally this is how empty it is, because it is blue. Can you see that? Can you see that little bit there? And then when you rub it in, it does go blue on the skin, but if you keep rubbing and let it soak up, it soaks in clear. I did watch somebody who said that it stained their pillowcases, but that hasn't been the case for me at all. I find that, you know, if I apply it early enough, give my skin enough time, my skin is just like a sponge. It's like, please, moisture. I have had none of that. So I just make sure I really apply it and rub it in nicely. And oh, this is one of the blessed things in my skincare routine. And I have already repurchased, and I should be purchasing a bigger one because this is the smaller size. Don't tell Mr. L. He doesn't watch my videos anyway, so he won't know. Next, body care. I wanted to talk about this. This is Dove's Cucumber Go Fresh Cool Moisture Body Wash. Now this is something I have used, well, I mean, I have used Dove body washes since back in day when there were trams in London. That long, I mean a long, long time, like when I was really young and had pocket money. I always have one in my cupboard. The reason why is because I do suffer with terribly sensitive skin. I have psoriasis, eczema, all those sorts of things. And this is something I find, because it's like limited or very little fragrance, nothing upsets my skin. It's a great affordable staple. I mean, I say affordable, it's especially if you get them on deal in the chemist or in the like Walgreens or the drugstore, as Americans call them. They're great, and they're a couple of bucks, and they're creamy and they're great, and they're dermatologically, they say they're the #1 choice. I can understand their adverts are fantastic. One thing I would say is I found that when I had little L particularly, I found under my arms, TMI here, TMI, that I got rashes under my arms, a bit like a shaving rash but worse, because my skin is so sensitive, and I was using other body washes, and I found that it would make my skin worse. So I went back to this, used this religiously, and it calmed it down. This and the L'Occitane almond oil, I always have a stock of in my cupboard. I am always loyal to Dove, and I'm always loyal to L'Occitane. And of course I try different body washes in between, different fragrances, different things, but this is like one of my staples. I already have another one on the go. I love them, and I particularly love this cucumber fragrance, not because I really love cucumber, but because I find it's great for the sensitive skin. Finally, last item I want to talk about is the Laura Mercier Body Bath Ombre Vanilla Soufflé Body Cream. Now, I'm very fortunate. Usually at Christmas or birthdays, I'm very lucky that family generously buy me some Laura Mercier body products. My husband goes crazy for the smells. I don't know if you know much about the Laura Mercier smells, but this one's vanilla. She does one that's pistachio, one that's creme brulee. And he goes crazy. He just loves, he'd open the pot and go, and you get used to them. They're a little highly fragranced for me, honestly, but actually you get used to them, and the way they make your skin feel, you get very used to the fragrance because it's really good. I've used every little last bit in this. It's been lovely. I'm currently in my shower using the vanilla body wash, which is also super. Will be in my empties next month. But this is great. It's gorgeous on your skin. It's hydrating. It smells lovely. You feel luxurious after using it. And so I have another pot, so I will be using that. So there's my empties. I didn't want to have too many because, you know me, things go on too long, but I hope you enjoyed that video. Have you tried any of these? Did you like them? Are there other things you'd like to see me try, or you think I need to try, you think I'd like? Please get in touch. You can contact me through email that's on the website, or any form of social media that's all on the blog, thelifestyleLady.com. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Ta-ta for now.